They had no idea who I was moment. I'm 22 and just inherited my grandfather's construction company after he passed away last month. The thing is, I look about 16, wear hoodies everywhere, and drive a beat-up Honda that's older than me. Nobody takes me seriously, which has become both a blessing and a curse. Yesterday, I decided to check on our biggest job site downtown. We're building this massive office complex worth $3 million, and I'd been getting complaints about the foreman being a complete nightmare to work with. Guy named Rick, who's been with the company for 15 years and thinks he runs the place. I pulled up in my Honda, wearing my usual gray hoodie and ripped jeans, and walked onto the construction site. Immediately, this security guard stops me at the gate. "Hey kid, you can't be here without a hard hat and permission slip from your school. This isn't a field trip." I tried explaining I was there to inspect the work progress, but he laughed so hard he nearly choked on his coffee. "Sure you are, kiddo. And I'm the mayor. Now get lost before I call your parents and report you for trespassing." He literally escorted me off the property like I was some troublemaker trying to steal copper wire. Workers were pointing and laughing as this grown man dragged a college-aged kid away from the fence. I drove around the block, took a deep breath, and called my grandfather's old assistant. "Sarah, can you meet me at the downtown site in an hour? Bring all the ownership papers, your business cards, and maybe some of Grandpa's old hard hats." When I came back with Sarah, the same security guard's attitude completely changed. "Oh, you're with the company management? Sorry about the misunderstanding earlier, sir." But the real show was about to start inside. Rick, the foreman, was absolutely screaming at this young worker who looked terrified. "You brain-dead moron. I told you those measurements twice. You cost us 3 hours of work and probably $1,000 because you can't follow simple instructions." The kid was maybe 19, clearly new to construction, and looked like he was about to burst into tears. Other experienced workers were just standing around watching, completely used to Rick's daily tantrums. "Please, I'm really sorry. I can fix it right now," the kid stammered desperately. "You're fired," Rick shouted loud enough for the whole site to hear. "Get your tools and get out. I don't have time to babysit incompetent idiots who waste my time." I walked over calmly, hands in my hoodie pockets. "Excuse me, what exactly is the problem here?" Rick spun around and glared at me with pure contempt. "Who the hell are you supposed to be? Another useless college intern? We don't need more clueless kids slowing down real workers on this site. Actually, I'm the new owner of this entire company," I said casually, pulling out my ID and the ownership document Sarah handed me. "And congratulations, you're fired effective immediately." Rick's face went from angry red to ghost white in about 2 seconds. "Wait, what? You can't be serious about this. I've been here 15 years. You're just some random kid playing dress up. Some kid who just watched you verbally abuse an employee and create a hostile work environment," I replied calmly. "Security will escort you out within the next 5 minutes." The entire construction site went completely dead silent. 40 experienced workers just staring in disbelief as Rick realized I wasn't bluffing or playing some elaborate joke. "This is absolutely ridiculous. You can't possibly run a construction company. You don't know the first thing about building anything." Rick was desperately trying to save face. "I know enough to recognize a workplace bully when I see one," I said firmly. "And I definitely know enough to read all those safety violation reports you've been ignoring for months." I turned to the kid Rick had been screaming at moments before. "What's your name and how long have you been working here?" "Jake, sir," he whispered, still visibly shaking from the confrontation. "This is only my second week on any construction job." "Well, Jake, you're definitely not fired. In fact, you're now the temporary foreman while we find Rick's permanent replacement. Think you can handle treating people with basic human respect?" Jake nodded so enthusiastically I thought his head might fall off. "Yes, sir, absolutely. I promise I won't let you down." As security physically walked Rick off the site, he was screaming about potential lawsuits and how I definitely destroy the company within 6 months. The other workers started cheering and clapping loudly. Apparently, Rick had been making everyone's life completely miserable for years, and they were thrilled to see him finally get what he deserved.